Hi, I'm Robyn and welcome to Well Conceived Business. We help online business owners within health and wellness to create a business and life that is not only well paid, but well lived. Here you'll find honest and refreshing conversations about what it takes to create a business around your life, what healthy hustle looks like, as well as insights and tips on growing your audience, your signature program, your profit, and your peace. Ready? Let's go. Hello, today's podcast goes out to anyone who has had create online course on their to-do list for the longest time, but for whatever reason just hasn't managed to get it off the ground yet. If that is you, I am talking to you. I am also talking to you if you have an online course and you haven't quite got there, or maybe you're a service provider and looking at how you can leverage and manage your time better. Now, before we get started, if you are curious about an online course or you are just ready to get started and make this the year that it finally happens, I want this for you. If it is something that's been on your heart, then please come and join us. We have a 3-day challenge. It's called Business Without Burnout: How to Create a Drool-Worthy Online Course that Skyrockets Your Business, your revenue, and your free time while creating a community of fans. If you would like to join us, it is coming up just next week. Then please join us at launcheasylife.com/BWB. It is going to be a very awesome and fun challenge. We're going to have prizes and we are going to get you started finally with creating an online course that could truly be the game changer for your business and bring you Marie Kondo level joy back into running your business. It brings so much stability. It brings the opportunity for way more time in your life, way more time in your business, and gives you much more clarity, I find, on your messaging, what to do with your time at certain times in the day, because you're so much more focused. So if you want to learn more, if you want to get started with creating that online course, or even if you are just curious, then come and check out launcheasylife.com/BWB, which stands for Business Without Burnout. Come and join us, go quickly, because we are about to get started on this challenge. So today we are talking about the single most important thing you need to do if create an online course is on your to-do list. And I bet that there are many of you listening out here who have been seduced by the idea of creating and delivering an online course, and rightly so. The best time I've ever had in my business was the time when I had one single signature program that I was able to rinse and repeat. I wasn't even hands-off in my business, but because so much of my business was automated and really cleverly run, and this is where we're building back to in the business side of the business, it was such a pleasure to run, and I didn't need to run it in oodles of hours. So if you have been seduced by that idea, and maybe even from just listening to last week's podcast, then today is the episode for you. You're going to learn the biggest things that clients tell me when they're embarking on creating their online course and more. Would you like to know what that is? We have people enroll in our mastermind, and so many people, even when people get on discovery calls with me, say to me that they have wanted to create an online course for years, 2 years, 3 years, and it's taken the longest time. And I know why. And it's very common for this to be the case. And I'll tell you why. It is overwhelming. Many people get stuck at almost like every single roadblock when it comes to creating an online course. But by and large, it's a struggle to get started because it feels like there's so much work. What possible order do I get this all done in, and how do I even get started? And the biggest mantra that I have around things like creating an online course is, how do you eat the whale? One bite at a time. Honestly, it is about knock off one task, then another task, then another task, and just quietly go about and get it done. Also, do not get dogged by perfection. Nobody has a perfect course the first time around. And this is why you may price your pilot program at a lower price, because there is always room for improvement. There is always things that you want to add, maybe change. And the very first time you create and launch an online course, it's going to be cringe. You're going to look back when you have more skills, knowledge, hindsight, expertise, and say, oh man, I put this out to the world. But that doesn't mean that program and product that you have put out to the world is not going to have completely life-changing results for people. It cannot have those life-changing results, though, if it's not out in the world. So this is your call to get it out, even if it starts small and becomes bigger, even if you get it out and re-record it later. Whatever it is, your course is waiting for you and needs to be out in the world. But yes, it is overwhelming and it is a lot of work. But the important thing to understand with an online course is that it's almost like upfront work. And I really liken it to an investment. With an investment, you put in the money upfront and then you wait, especially if it's something like shares. You put the money in and you commit to playing the long game and you wait. Maybe you optimize, maybe you sell some, buy some, whatever it is. But that investment compounds. If you're a health and wellness practitioner and you're growing your business, you know that Instagram is unrivaled in its ability to grow, connect, and convert your audience all on the one platform. But it's not just about going viral and reaching a bunch of people. It's about grabbing your Cloud9 clients' attention in a way that positions you as an authority and a service provider. Want to know exactly how to do that? I have a free PDF case study with 3 example posts that will give you an insight into 3 different types of posts you can create today to help you do just that. Check out our show notes or visit launcheasylife.com/social to get your hands on this free PDF copy today. And that is exactly what an online course is. It's you put in a lot of the work up front, and then what you do is reap the rewards later. You get to basically automate the delivery of the entire second half of the program, i.e. the onboarding and the delivery, so that all you need to focus on is getting people in the front door, and then your work is done. And then you can rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. But let's talk about the overwhelm and the to-do list for just a moment. You may have heard this before, but the absolute right way to launch your online course or program is with something that I call an ascertain launch. The very first thing you want to do before you launch your program or product or record all your modules is to temperature check demand. There are so many ways that you can do that, but one of the ways that you can do that is by sending a few strategic hand raiser emails to your warm community and gauging interest in your pilot program. But you are not going to record your program in advance. There are so many reasons why you should not do that. One of the reasons being that if you are committing to recording all of your classes and lessons, I don't care how burnt out or messy your life or schedule is, trust me, it's still better to record your online course after you have sold places in the pilot program. One of the reasons is, and everybody's like, oh my God, but what if I don't deliver? I'm like, if people paid you, you would deliver. Everybody delivers on the online course. But what also happens is, and I've done this now successfully multiple times with things, the latest was Poppin' Podcast that we did this. We sent a few strategic, I actually only sent one email, and most of it was a few posts in our free Facebook group. And we sold out our pilot round with 8 places. We didn't huge number of people. It was absolutely perfect. I was able to create some live sessions within that allowed us to get feedback as we went. So when we launched Poppin' Podcast, I had a few strategic, hand raiser posts that went out, and all I did was set up the checkout and set up the initial part of the course, and the other modules were coming soon, right? We put together the offer blueprint as well. And it was really quick and easy to get off the ground. And then I delivered each module weekly. What that enabled me to do was get the feedback as I went, because you do not know what every single one of your clients is thinking, where they might have questions, where they might have roadblocks, where there might be something that's missing in your teaching, or where you might need to pivot or change. So what you initially thought was module 3 actually becomes module 5 because module 2 needs more explaining. Or maybe you need to circle back and add some more to module 2 in order to make module 3 make more sense. But you don't always have the opportunity to get that live feedback or pivot as you go if you had already recorded all of the modules and then possibly didn't end up getting the feedback because people started, they didn't complete the program, they kind of tuned out, they got stuck, they got overwhelmed, they didn't finish. If you're doing it live and doing it with people, there's that flexibility option that makes it so much better. And that is going to help you commit, put a date out there, and get it to happen. Now, I want you to put a date on it. Maybe you are here and you've just had the seed of an online course created over the last few weeks, or maybe creating an online course, a signature online course, has been on your to-do list for the longest time. I promise it is possible, no matter how chaotic your life is, to get your online course out by the end of the year. And I want to re-invite you to our Business Without Burnout Challenge to help you really get out of your head, get into the game, and get going with that online course. To find out all the details, to enroll in the challenge, you can go to launcheasylife.com/BWB. All the details are there. It is going to be so much freaking fun. And we are going to get you excited and off the ground with the signature program and online course that you've been dreaming of. I cannot wait to see you there. And thank you for listening to today's episode. Bye. We are done with the meat and potatoes of this episode, but I am not letting you go just yet, my friend. Before you jump off, I have 3 quick things that I would love to share with you. Number 1 is thank you so much for listening today. If you'd like to hear more about growing your visibility through Instagram, podcasting, or Pinterest, creating or launching or growing your signature program, automations, or many more online business nuggets of gold, pause now, hit that subscribe button because we are here for you weekly. Number 2 is if you would like to learn more about working with us and joining our signature program, the Well-Conceived Mastermind, which is unlike any mastermind you've seen before, check out our show notes below and you will find all the links to join the waitlist or sign up and join the mastermind now. And number 3, lastly, if you do nothing else, make sure you come and find us on Instagram for daily behind the scenes and hugely savable and value-packed content. You will find us at Launch Easy Life. Well, that's it from me today. Now go out there and create your well-paid business and your well-lived life.